Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. My name is Drago and welcome to my Bloodborne Platinum Trophy guide. In today's episode we're continuing on with chalice dungeons, and the next chalice dungeon that we will explore is the Isz Gravestone chalice dungeon. Now the reason why we need to go and do this chalice dungeon is because there is a material called red jelly which you need to create the Thumeru Hill dungeon, which will be the last chalice dungeon that we do, and you can find two of those in this third layer of the Isz Gravestone chalice dungeon. Now, right now, as you can see, I'm at the first boss, and the first boss is going to be the Brainsucker. It's one of the easier bosses in chalice dungeons, so let's go ahead. This enemy is not much different from the Brainsuckers that you meet in a regular game. Just make sure to dodge his entrapment attacks, and make sure you have your weapon imbued with some sort of element. And it's a very easy fight. As you can see, since I'm an arcane build, I have an advantage, but if you have any other kind of build, make sure you have fire paper or bolt paper applied to your weapon. He's the weakest against fire, so usually that works the best. Now, going on to the next boss, which will be Celestial Emissary. Celestial Emissary is the second boss, and he is very similar to the version that you fight in the Upper Cathedral Ward. However, this time around, you don't have to deal with any of his annoying minions, and you can just concentrate on the Celestial Emissary himself. So let's go ahead and proceed. He's going to be a little bit tougher, so do be aware of that. And the main threat here is going to be his arcane attack when he summons the arcane lasers. His combos are fairly easy to dodge. This is one of the few fights where I prefer to fight it unlocked. You can see Ludwig's staggers him with a jump in R2. Was lucky to survive that here. That little stomp combo can really get you. I tried to keep it close in order to dodge his arcane laser attacks. And there we go. Easy peasy fight. Just stay close to him. That way I think it's just a little bit easier to dodge him, and you shouldn't have too much problem with it. Also, just like most enemies that are classified as kin, he is weak against ball damage, so that's why I prefer to use that. Next up, we have the location of the red jelly items. These you will need to create the Thumeru Hill chalice dungeon. So, as you can see right now, I am starting out at layer 3 of the Isz Gravestone chalice. When you start out here, and I've taken some liberties of clearing out the enemies, just so I can show you this without problems. Basically, you want to go along this long hallway, make sure you kill off all the enemies. There will be a couple of these surge beasts, as well as some of the smaller Celestial Emissary enemies. So you want to take them out. Also watch out for the traps in the floor. If you step on them, you'll be shot with an arrow if you don't move. And that has a good chance of killing you. These arrows do quite a bit of damage. Next up, you want to not get hit by the stone. Basically, you're going into this little walkway to the left here, and you want to follow the stone and take this left side path, which will take you to the treasure room The treasure will be guarded by the Brainsucker, so he shouldn't be too much of an issue for you. And here you'll be able to pick up a few items, including red jelly, and that's the material that you will need in order to create the Thumeru Hill dungeon, similar to how Bastards of Loran functioned for the Defiled Chalice. And also you pick up 6 Sage's Hair, which is pretty nice too. Next up, you don't need to complete this chalice, so you can stop here, but the final boss will be Ebrietas, Daughter of the Cosmos. Next up, we have the final boss of this chalice, and it's going to be our old friend, Ebrietas, Daughter of the Cosmos. Now do keep in mind that unlike the Altar of Despair boss fight, she's going to be quite a bit tougher, so gear appropriately. I suggest having some type of bolt damage via bolt paper or via bolt weapon, depending on your arcane stat, because that's the stat that she's the weakest against. And also stock up on those Arcane Lake runes to reduce the arcane damage, as well as clockwise metamorphosis to increase your HP. And right away, one of the strategies that I prefer to do is to just kind of hang to the side of her and try to make your way by her tail. That was dangerous right here. Almost ended up getting killed. The best way to deal with her is if you can just get stuck right behind her. Also, if you don't have any source of arcane damage, keep in mind that she is fairly weak against frost attacks. So when in doubt, you can always utilize that. And here we go. She used that. Now I got fairly lucky because I kept so close to her. She never went into the second stage of her fight, where she summons those arcane beam lasers. But it is possible. You can't prevent it, however, by just kind of keep it close to her and keeping her aggroed, not giving her a chance to go in the second stage. So that's probably the easiest way to do this fight. Now up next, I'm gonna go ahead and complete the Thumeru Hill Chalice, culminating with the Yarnum, the Thumerian Blood Queen boss fight, and that's the one that you get the gold trophy for. Probably one of the toughest trophies to get to in the game, just because you have to deal with the Chalice dungeons, obviously. As far as the rest of my videos are concerned, if I don't get them reinstated, I'll probably just start re-uploading them. I have 2 more videos left after this, and that's going to be the Thumeru Hill Chalice and the video about the endings and the Burial Blade. Once I'm done with that, I'll probably just re-upload the rest of the Bloodborne videos. I have them all saved, so not to worry, they'll be up eventually, just a matter of time when. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.